People of Reddit, what are some of the guy code and girl code unwritten rules that you always follow? Guy code, when greeting someone and you're not sure if they're a hugger, always shake their hand first. It allows them to throw up the other arm for a hug if they're down for it. If your friends help you move, you are expected to A. Be packed already, and B. Provide pizza and beer. LMAO, I hate how many times I've showed up to help friends move and they have nothing packed and not enough boxes. What should take a couple hours turns into an all-day marathon. As a guy that lifts weights and has brought some of his other male and 2 female friends into the fold, you never, ever slander another person's weight on any lift. If your friend is 250 pounds and only benches 135, but is trying his butt off, then you never make a sound other than howling intense encouragement at them. The rule in my basement is, everything is heavy to somebody. As long as you're giving it your full butt, then the number is irrelevant. Exactly. Brought a few friends into the gym to show them the ropes and they always, regardless of gender, mention being nervous weak, but it's the journey. Like I didn't start lifting the weight I did now, and I'm proud and supportive of anybody trying to make progress in any pursuit, but especially ones that I'm also into. The person who buys the shots makes the toast. Too many times I've seen someone buy a round of shots and someone else jumps in with a toast. If you want to make a toast, buy a round. See something, compliment something. If you're a stranger, particularly if you're a guy, only compliment the things you wouldn't get slapped for touching. Hair, clothing, great. Facial feature, tattoo, maybe. Butt, boobs, shut the frick up. Dude, if there's like 8 open urinals, don't take the one next to me. If I offer someone a beer or other alcoholic beverage and they turn it down, I never push it. Sometimes I don't want to drink and I hate being pressured. Never pressure a drink on someone. If someone offers to pay, you should ask them if they are sure. If they are, then it is rude to further reject what is supposed to be a kindness on their part. I got the bill. Are you sure? Yeah, don't worry about it. Thank you. Or just thanks. Next one's on me. Don't have to reject or feel like you're taking advantage that way. Lightly picking on each other is a sign of endearment, but you should always be trying to build each other up. Don't put someone else down just to make yourself feel better. Everyone wants to feel important and the center of attention sometimes. Don't bang someone that your friends are deeply invested in, even if it's not going to go anywhere. I wish I had friends who followed any of these. I will wingman any man. I don't even have to know you. Heck, I'll wingman any woman too. If you are trying to make an impression on someone you think you'll hit it off with, call me. I love love and I'm always willing to help make it happen. Terry loves love. If their bedroom door open, be careful to sound your approach before popping in. Never know what he's up to. That's why I always whip open doors, to catch people in the act. If somebody loans me money, it's my job to remember to pay back, not theirs to collect. I lost a few friends this way. Girl code, if something is fixable within 5 minutes, makeup, something stuck in teeth, small things on appearance, you tell her and help her if needed. If it isn't fixable on the spot, you keep your mouth shut and especially don't point it out to others. I assume this doesn't apply to period stains. Those aren't usually fixable in 5 minutes, but you can't let a person walk around like that either. If I hear a girl say she needs a hair tie, I will immediately hand one over, even if I'll only have one left for myself. Treat your friend's girl as if she's a guy. If a guy needs a tampon, you give it to him, no questions asked. As a former rugby coach, I've seen so many busted noses fixed with a tampon. Still carry them all the time. Have your boys back in an altercation fight argument. I'm not saying 100% of the time step up for them. Sometimes people do dumb crap and deserve the consequences. But if the need arises, you should have their back, even if it just means stepping up beside them to look intimidating. If you see another girl in an uncomfortable situation, you try to get her out of there or at least let her know that you got her back. I've done it for everyone, from my sister to my friends' moms. One time at a school event, My best friend's mom somehow ended getting an unsolicited massage from another parent with boundary issues, and I quickly made an excuse up that I needed help at the concession stand. No one is too old or too young to do this. On the more light-hearted side, in my experience, when you hug another girl, you always try to slot the boobs by going slightly to the side so that you don't just mash your chests together and hurt someone. I call the boob slotting thing Tetris. You can have the last beer. You can have the last slice of pizza. You can't have both. Female here. 1. If you see another girl crying in the bathroom of the bar club venue you're at, you ask what's wrong and try to help. 2. If you have a tampon or pad to spare and someone needs it, even if it's someone you hate, offer it to them. 3. If a girl looks distressed or uncomfortable with the guy who is hitting on her at the bar club venue you're at, she's now going to be a new member of your crew. This one is a little tricky, but it's usually pretty obvious when someone needs an out but can't manage it or is frozen or intimidated. If you see it happening, try to catch her eye because she'll be looking around. Once you make eye contact, it's pretty easy to figure out if she needs an out. Then swoop in and do the whole "hey girl, where the crap have you been? We're all waiting over at the table for you," and then you hook your elbow through hers and walk her back to your table of friends. 4. If you see or know that a friend's boyfriend, fiance, husband doing shady, skeezy crap, you tell that friend right away. If you sell a buddy a car, or anything of value cheaper than normal because they are a friend, that friend must offer to sell it back to you before offering it to the general public. My grandpa gave me a car, and when my brother needed a car I gave it to him. When my sister needed a car he gave it to her. When it needed brakes and exhaust work she took it to the junkyard and kept the money. I'm still bitter. That car had enormous sentimental value. It was a 1990 Oldsmobile 98. It was so freaking cool. Ugh. When guys fight, we never hit the groin. It's against the Geneva Convention. Thou shalt never hold a bro's wingman duties against him. When you're chatting up a girl, I don't care how unattractive the friend he's flirting with is, or how bad his flirting technique is. When he's distracting the air defenses to give you a clear run at the target, you do not insult his flying. You always review combat once everyone is safely on the ground. You absolutely never share a glass of milk with another man. This is odd. I've never seen such a foreign concept brought to my doorstep that I immediately agreed with. If you see a girl with her skirt tucked into her tights, tissue stuck to her shoe, or lipstick on her teeth, tell her. This happened once in college when I was working retail. I was leaving the store's restroom and one of my co-workers, who was always a nasty bee to me for whatever reason, had tucked her skirt into her underwear. I debated whether or not to say anything and then went with my gut and alerted her of the situation. She was always super nice to me after that. Guy code: if your drunk bro is about to cheat on his girlfriend, you must follow through with one intervention. If he says he doesn't care, you did your part and are free from any responsibility. Girl code: when another girl asks how she looks, if you have something negative to point out, do it gently and follow up with at least one or more positive. You gotta use the sandwich. Compliment, insult, compliment. At urinal, dong in hand. Don't talk to me, man. Look straight ahead. Don't make eye contact. Never pick a urinal next to someone if you can help it. Farting is acceptable, but don't make a big deal about it. Last slice of pizza or last pop beer always goes to who paid for it. If you all chipped in, you don't have to ask, but you have to tell. And never take both in the same hangout. No matter what the earlier rules say, never mess with the music in another person's car. Don't care how crap you think their taste is. If you know someone else had a regrettable hookup, no you don't. Not even if you fall out and become enemies. You don't remember. The music and car thing is so true. I've driven long drives for people on terrible roads and paid for gas, and no matter how much I pick my music to be inoffensive, I get people reaching for the aux. When I politely decline their music they get mad. More people should respect the aux. Never steal a bro's large fry. Or the accidental curly fry. If another lady walks past and you notice a blood stain on the back of their pants skirt, tell them, but do it discreetly. Recently noticed a passenger had a spot on her pants. Wrote her a note and slipped it to her as I was collecting trash from the carriage. Half hour later, I see her again and she has a different change of pants on. She was super thankful. The guy code rules for eating a banana. 1. Never make direct eye contact with another man while eating a banana. 2. Never close your eyes while biting the banana. 3. Never take a bite longer than 1 inch in length. 4. Never take more than 1 second to bite the banana. 5. Never let your lips touch the banana. Never let your lips touch the banana when Squidward tries the Krabby Patty for the first time. In his home, you always call another man's dog a good boy. I only had one chance to exercise this girl code rule, but once I was passing a girl in the lobby of a building and she told me that she had just gotten a straight perm and was waiting for the rain to pass before she went outside, so I'll let her share my umbrella for 4-5 blocks while we walk to a bus stop together. I would do that for any woman if it happened again. Perms are $200 plus, can take up to 3 hours and are ruined if you get them wet within 48 hours of having the procedure done. I know this from watching Legally Blonde. If you are fighting, no matter what, don't touch the balls. Exceptions are made in a fight for your life situation. Bros before hoes, but not before wives. Sure, it sucks when a buddy has to stay home for a weekend camping trip, but if his wife's sick and they have a 3-month-old, it's probably best that he keeps his family's interests above your own. Haha. I'm from the south, so some of mine are probably southern type of things. 1. Don't kill an animal unless you are going to eat it. 2. Unless he starts it, you must defend your friend in a fight regardless of the odds. If he started it, you intervene before he gets fricked up too bad, but only enough to extricate him from the situation. 3. If you go fishing and it's not your boat, you buy the beer, ice, and bait. 4. For close friends, show up to funerals, weddings, and birthdays, even if you don't want to. 5. Pay for the bachelor at his bachelor party. 6. If a friend is going through a bad breakup, it is the responsibility of the bro tribe to keep him out of the house as much as possible for the first few months. 7. If your friend is generally a hard-working, industrious guy, and they hit a financial rough spot, and you can help, you help. 8. In the event of a hurricane or other disaster, assemble the bros, grab the chainsaws, shovels, coolers and beer, and go house to house fixing crap. Don't wait for freaking FEMA. Do the crap yourself. 9. If a bro is in jail, and you can afford to post bail, then you post bail. 10. If a bro is stranded somewhere, you go get him, regardless of what time it is. 11. Don't let your bros drive drunk. Period. 12. If a bro seems genuinely down, ask them for a beer and ask them if they are okay. Sometimes they just want someone to listen, and usually only a bro or their dad will listen or care. 13. If a bro wants to learn to hunt or fish, and you know how, teach them and don't talk too much crap about their ineptitude. Once they have learned a bit, you can talk crap about how crappy of a shot they or how they always backlash the reals. 14. If you have a professional service that you provide, and your bro needs it, it's okay to do it for free the first time. 15. If a bro is working on his house or truck and needs help, and you know how to use tools, then help his butt out. 16. If you have a truck and bro needs to move something big, like a BBQ pit or a cornhole set, you loan him the truck or go with him. 17. If a bro is having a BBQ, you bring some kind of meat and beer. 18. Never touch another man's grill without his permission. 19. If you see your bro's girlfriend or wife getting harassed by a dude and your bro isn't there, you are the surrogate bro and must intervene. You are the surrogate bro. This one is so true. Had this a few times with my mate's wife. This is going to sound weird as a guy code thing, as it's actually a bro thing to do for women. If I happen to be walking somewhere at night, think grocery store parking lot, and I'm behind a woman, I always scuff my feet or something so that she doesn't get freaked out by a man popping out of nowhere. As a fast walker, I will usually also slow my pace so she doesn't think I'm trying to gain on her or anything. Women's lives are filled with these safety related mini panic attacks, and as a guy, I try to do my best to not cause them. I heard this dilemma discussed in an Only Plays video recently, and I'm more of the sentiment that if it's a long path, that is, just walking down a road at night with a girl ahead of you, you should walk straight past her, around, rather quickly. because those couple seconds of unease and slight panic are better than whole minutes of discomfort and paranoia. Be generous with your closest friends. Buy them an occasional beer or their favorite soft drink without keeping score of whose turn it is to pay. A buddy and I always run under the assumption that we owe each other some general amount of money. Not a dollar by dollar log, but just money. So if we need a bit of help buying food, we're just like, hey, get this for me, which perpetuates the I probably owe you something around this price mentality and keeps it going. You have been visited by the magical duck. You don't have to do anything. He will simply give you a good day today. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video, or don't. Either way, have a great day, you magnificent people.